Live on YouTube, live on Rumble. Good afternoon, hello, welcome to This Date in History, not This Date in History, Weird Weekly Recap, sorry, Force of Habit, aka W.W.R. This show is a dive into the odd, obscure, bizarre, in other words, for notable, or for strange world events, for the strange world of notable events, weather, and sports, aka news. I'm Alexander, you viewer, we will be joined by the Golden Loon here shortly. Today is July 4th, the 4th of July, Independence Day for the USA, USA, you know, so, anyway, July 4th, 2026, and let's get into the news today, shall we, as soon as Loon gets in here, and while we're waiting for him, pardon me, Rumble, I'm actually going to adjust the properties on my webcam, because autofocus has somehow reintroduced itself. Alright, there we go. Okay, now I won't be autofocusing. Anyway, starting us off in Oddity Central, a growing number of Russian women are selling their used breast implants online. What the hell? The popularity of breast implants have been steadily dropping in Russia, with plastic surgeons reporting that breast augmentation surgeries have dropped by about 40% over the last decade or so. Good, finally. But what really caught people by surprise recently was the number of classified ads for used silicone implants flooding the Russian internet in recent months. Quote, I gave birth, I'm fed up with them, end quote, or more quotes, they made me feel unattractive, my body hurts, or simply, I want to at least get some of the money from the surgery back, end quote. Those are some of the reasons listed by Russian women selling their breast implants online.
Aye.
I know, what a weird time to come in, right? But while most of these reasons explain why the women decided to have them removed, only one of them explains why they are selling them, which has led some analysts to suggest that the bizarre trend can be connected to Russia's current economic woes. So yeah, essentially, I'll reread the title here. A growing number of Russian women are selling their used breast implants online. Wow. Who the hell is buying that shit? Why?
I don't know. That's weird.
Why would anyone buy a used breast? I mean,
well, they come out, they're implants, and they come out.
I know, but why not get new ones? I mean, they've been
cheap
used.
Compared to what they can get.
I guess.
Anyways, happy 4th of July.
Yeah, happy 4th of July.
4th of July.
Hey, look at that. Yeah, like I got my red, white, and blue shirt. Oh, my hat. Where's my hat? Oh, crap.
There. No,
that is not my hat. Is I think it's out in the hallway. Is it? I don't think it's out. I don't think it's downstairs. Anyway, moving on up to China's rooftop rain urban cooling system goes viral. For decades, air conditioning has been the answer to increasingly hotter summers in developed countries around the world, but now China is trying new ways of lowering temperatures in its overcrowded apartment complexes, and one such attempt is getting a lot of attention on social media. Dubbed Rooftop Rain, the innovative urban cooling system has reportedly been implemented in Yunqing, a city in northern China's Shanxi province, where several high-rise apartment buildings were fitted with rooftop misting systems that spray a fine mist of water into the air. This allegedly helps lower the temperature around the building by up to 8 degrees Celsius. So we have a video of it right here. Just music. There we go. Get rid of that music. Thank you. There we go. Now I'm good and ready.
Yeah.
So.
4th of July and you don't have your hat. What the heck's going on?
I just wrapped up. Actually, I'm not even done with stuff for the history show. I have one more thing to do and then I'm done. But yeah, this video, I'm talking about the mists.
Yeah.
It reportedly reduces the temperature around the building. So it's to make a bubble around the building. So it's not like providing a mist for people on the bottom.
Yeah.
It's providing a bubble around the building and reduces the temperature by up to 8 degrees Celsius.
Wow, that's huge. So, but, you go to Vegas in the summer and they got all the misters out everywhere. Yeah. When you get out of your car, when you go to a casino.
Vegas blows my mind in ways that very few things ever in life ever can. Because for a desert city, they go through more water than half the world.
They have Lake Powell right up the road.
Yeah, but that feeds their that doesn't that feed their the Hoover Dam, or is that a different?
Yeah, no, that's the Hoover Dam. That's where all the water comes from. Is they're blocking that up, but it's going down and down and down and down. They're only allotted so much. California's allotted so much. Arizona's allotted so much.
Yeah, but Vegas itself consumes more water than entire states by itself as a city.
Oh, I don't know about that. Some, sure.
Yeah. It's important to note that the system is designed for very hot days, as the water sprayed from the top of the buildings needs to evaporate in contact with the hot air below. instead of pouring down like a rain on passersby. So maybe rooftop mist would have been a lot more sense. So
there's a lot of water coming off of there.
Yeah.
Mist wouldn't have done it. They'd evaporate before they get halfway down.
Yep.
They got to power it out.
More from Audio Central. Mexican mayor accused of staging her own kidnapping to cover up embezzlement scheme. Well, I wouldn't put it past these politics, to do that stuff. On May 31st, Nancy Napoles and her sister were the victims of a kidnapping right in front of the mayor's house in Tenaschingono, Mexico. 3 armed men forced Napoles into their vehicle right as she was walking toward her house. Luckily, eyewitnesses quickly alerted the police, and patrol cars started scouring the area in search of the mayor. Nancy Napoles was quickly found on a deserted road after she asked passersby to call her husband, but this was not the end of the story, but rather the beginning of a nationwide scandal involving embezzled municipal funds, political intrigue, and fake kidnapping allegations. Mexican investigators spent the last 3 months searching for the 3 kidnappers and trying to figure out how they pulled off this daring plan. After questioning the victim, her family, and the kidnappers, who were eventually captured by police, investigators started noticing a number of inconsistencies. Napoles herself told the police that the kidnappers threatened to kill her and her family if she didn't cooperate. She claimed that they asked her to pay, quote, 40 million pesos in exchange for her freedom, and even advised her to take it from the city council's resources, end quote. Wow. Well, so this sounds like a bullshit setup.
Yeah, that's what it says.
Yeah.
It's fake kidnapping, yeah.
If she didn't have the money, she added that she took advantage of her captor's carelessness to escape. Oh, well, how things played out so eloquently. Yeah. Oh, wow. I think she absolutely, staged it. I mean, I don't trust any politicians, so. Anyway, a Chinese company unveiled world's first full-size, mass-produced, ultra-bionic humanoid robots. Oh, goodness, here we go. These are robots.
I got that, but I'm anxious to hear. Full size, my goodness.
China has been at the forefront of the humanoid robot revolution for a very long time, and now a Chinese company is ready to take the industry to a whole new level by announcing plans to mass-produce ultra-realistic humanoid robots that not only look human, but are also featured by advanced AI technology that allows them to interact with people. So not only is China the king of the world as far as stealing everything, but now they're stealing humans' existence. Wow. The new U-World U1 androids, male and female, are 183 and 169 centimeters tall, respectively, and weigh about half as much as their average human counterparts. Apart from biometric skin that looks and feels real, Ubitech's robots also feature a dual-pivot biometric cervical spine that enables them to reproduce up to 90% of fundamental human movements. Holy crap, so it's flexible.
Yeah.
And I saw something recently. Speaking of robotics and everything, another invention has been made, like these cables or whatever. Like, it's hard to explain. How to give motion to robots. Like, it's always about pneumatics and engines and all that stuff. They've developed these cables essentially. You know what? Let's see if I can find them. Hold on a second. It basically robot muscles. Like they act like, it's not this here. There's another thing. This came out a while ago. This is a more recent thing, although it's kind of the same thing. This is not the same thing here. I don't know where that video is that I found, but it's basically like it's kind of sort of like this, this thing, but it's more advanced.
Yeah.
Because these cables you can string them together and everything, and without an external machine or anything external, they're totally internal and everything. They act like muscle fibers, and you band them together, and then they can move and play. So I mean, the line between man and machine is so thin, it's almost non-existent now. And now we can't tell, what's real, what's human. The internet is dead. It's all full of bots and AI and everything. Anyway, bank manager embezzles $45,000 by replacing banknotes with cartoonish play money. What the hell? How do you do this? South Korean news media recently revealed that a branch manager of a Samuel Credit Union in Gyeongju, North Gyeongsang Province, confessed to taking considerable amounts of money from the bank vault and trying to cover it up by replacing the banknotes with fake bills. But what really attracted people's attention was the funny-looking bills he used. So he took money and replaced it with these fake, these anime-looking things. Photos and videos of the play money used in the embezzlement scheme went viral on social media, inspiring a variety of funny comments with flabbergasted netizens. The photos showed cartoonish replicas of 50,000 won banknotes featuring cartoon animals like ducks and bears. Like, there's even a YouTube on it right here. Let's check this out really quick. So, here we go. Here it is. Check that out. Like the duck right there. See, that's the real on the right, and then the fake is on the left. And then they have like they tried to mimic the real a little bit. You know, they had a human character, but you can tell it was just off.
Yeah. Well,
how wild.
You blend in when you're counting a lot of them, you know.
Yeah. The world's most expensive letter is surprisingly boring. The so-called Bordeaux letter, held by an anonymous collector from Singapore, has fascinated philatelists for over a century. I don't know. Philatelists. Philatelists? Can you see that?
I can't see it, but philanthropic maybe?
No, Philatelists. Philatelists.
Okay.
Like you want to lean in? You know, so you can see?
Close enough. I need to get glasses.
The contents for the letter are nothing to write home about, but what really sets it apart from any other letter is a combination of stamps used to mail it. On October 4th, 1847, when Edward Francis, a wine merchant from Port Louis, the capital of the British colony of Mauritius, informed his partners in Bordeaux that he had received the 48 barrels of wine that they had sent and had already sold almost a third of them, he purchased 2 stamps that were worth literally pennies back then. Now they are worth millions. Wow. So the letter, it's because of the stamps.
It didn't get
destroyed.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Mauritius.
Canceled. I should say canceled, right? Is what I'm trying to say.
Canceled.
Yeah, you know how the
oh well, they probably have ended the circulation, you know, these stamps.
No, I don't mean that. I mean usually when they go to mail it, so you can't use the stamp again. They
oh, you mean stamps?
Yeah.
No, there's stamps on it right here.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So they're marked or
okay.
whatever. So. The Mauritius Blue is one of the most famous postage stamps in the world and considerably more expensive than its cousin, the Mauritius Pink. The Bordeaux letter features original copies of both, which makes it the most expensive letter in the world, with an estimated selling price of over $5 million.
Wow.
And people like you would just throw it away. This is why I don't throw things away all the time. You know, some things might actually be worth money in the future. Even a useless envelope. You never know. You never know. You know?
So you're going to... So we're throwing away every scrap of mail that comes in, is what you're telling me?
This is why I don't throw things away. I try to like recycle them, or because like through recycling, some guy might be a stamp collector, or I donate. Like if you put stuff in the black can, it goes right to the landfill, right into the dirt, never to be seen or heard from again.
No, they recycle.
No, they do not. Not in the black can. They do not.
The black can.
No, they do not. So. The infamous Mauritius postage stamps were mistakenly created in 1847 by an engraver who added post office next to Queen Victoria's profile rather than post paid. 500 copies were made and sold before the mistake was rectified. Today, only 27 copies are left, 12 blue and 15 pink, and they are treated as mythical treasures by philatelists. I think that's stamp collectors.
Yeah.
Philatelists.
It's gotta be.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. Just call them stamp collectors.
I'm just going to read the last bit here.
Okay.
Clean Mauritius Blue stamps, free of postal stamps, are valued at 10 to 15 million euros, or 11.4 to 17 million dollars. Just one stamp, without a blemish.
Wow.
So wow. Oh. What else do we got here? By the way, all these links, a lot of other things that are interesting are already in the underbar of the description below. If you want to read more about these articles or anything else that we collect. Scientists develop cockroach diving suits for the benefit of mankind. How is this the benefit of mankind? How is it benefit of the mankind giving cockroaches the ability to swim towards us? Like now we can't use water, even though they could hold their breath for like 3 hours or something. Professor Hirotika Sato and his team originally demonstrated that Madagascar hissing cockroaches could be remotely controlled by installing electrodes on their sensory organs. This turned them into drones that could be used in a variety of scenarios, like scouring disaster zones for survivors. There was only one problem: the bugs didn't handle water well at all, which limited their usefulness in flooded areas. We gotta stop playing God like this. We're hijacking living beings to use as drones. This is nightmarish. How would we feel if an advanced species started putting electrical probes in our bodies to control us like that? We wouldn't like it, so why the fuck do we do it to other creatures? This is disgusting. To overcome the cockroach's natural limitation, researchers started working on a 3D printed diving suit that could provide the wearer with breathable air for an extended period of time. They came up with a resin diving suit that generates oxygen and supplies it to the cockroach's spiracles, allowing it to operate underwater for up to 3 hours. Now, what people don't realize is that insects don't have lungs like we do. Like, they don't breathe in and out through their nose. Or, they breathe through their body ligaments. Like, through their, their entire body is covered in, like, a lung or something. So, like, between their legs, their abdomens, like, every break in the shell, it's an oxygen absorber, like a plant. Like,
this is just sad. I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, this is sick.
Sick is probably a better word.
It's sick, sad, and disgusting, and all things above. This one's another wild thing. Controversial dog rental platform allows dog owners to lease their pets to strangers by the hour. What a great way to get your dog kidnapped. Wow. Pets and pet dogs are known to have major benefit, yada, yada, yada. The pet sharing program, Wang Fu, launched its dog rental service via social media last March and is already operating in major Chinese cities such as Beijing, Shanghai, and Shenzhen. People seem to love how simple it is for both dog owners and those looking to rent the animals. All dog owners have to do is register on the platform and upload their dog's information and pictures, while those looking to walk a dog for an hour or two need to select the desired dog and request a walk. According to Chinese news sources, the fee ranges from 10 to 61, or $1.50 to $9. So you're gonna pay money to walk someone.
Why don't you just go walk? Why do you need a dog?
Well, because they want the companionship, but they don't want to spend the money on upkeep and vet and food and all that stuff.
I guess you don't want a dog. I understand that. That's the problem. But why rent a dog? What's the point? Just go out and walk yourself.
This is how China is a communist nation, because out here in capitalistness, if you want to walk a dog, sell yourself to be a dog walker. Then you make money, not spend it.
Actually,
they're literally doing the exact same thing, but they're spending money to walk the dog. Over here, we get paid to do it.
Yeah.
If we're a dog walker.
Yeah.
Like, what? How stupid! How absolutely stupid! Huh.
Yeah, we saw them once up on the hill.
Yeah. Oh, dude.
3 or 4 of them come all out of the cars. There was like 20 dogs around.
Yeah, there's like 4 or 5 cars there.
Yeah,
they were all vans, and then there was 4 or 5 people come out, but they each have around 7 dogs,
yeah,
on average.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There
wow.
would be at least 20 dogs there.
Dude, I'm just wondering if we had that system like in China, then between all of them, they'd be spending upwards of $1,000 walking all that.
Yeah.
Rather than getting paid upwards of $1,000 or more. So, anyway, speaking of China, their breathtaking Lian Cliff Road was hand carved through the side of a mountain. So, regarded as one of the most dangerous roads in the world, the Lian Cliff Road is a symbol of Chinese determination in the face of insurmountable odds. Well, I wouldn't consider it that. I would consider it foolishness. In 2001, the 23 households in Lian Village, a small community almost completely isolated from the outside world, decided to carve a drivable road through the sides of a mountain. Each household was tasked with hand-carving a section of the 1.2-kilometer road. Construction equipment would never have fit in the narrow space, and the roughly 80 people involved in this monumental endeavor couldn't afford it anyway. So all the work was done primarily with chisels and hammers.
Whoa.
Wow, so let's take a look at this here really quick. Lian Cliff Road. Was this...
Oh my goodness.
Wow. This is all hand-carved.
Oh my goodness.
Wow. Okay, this isn't foolishness. This is awesome. Wow, sudden jump in music there.
That needs to be a one-way road.
It is a one-way road.
Oh, okay. How do you get back then?
Well, probably. I'm not sure what's this. If they know about doing this stuff, but remember when we did the California, our most recent California road trip, and they had that landslide, so they had people on either side, and they this way goes this way for a little bit, and then you stop, and then this way goes this way for a little. So they probably have something like that.
Have arrows in the afternoon. It can all go this way with only a couple over here, and then coming back, it's all over here with only a couple on that side.
Ah.
They have, things that come up out of the split.
Yeah.
And arrows to show who can go where.
Yeah. Mexican Batman duct tapes alleged motorcycle thieves to lampposts. What? The mysterious Batman started operating in Lagos de Morena in mid-June. The first person was found duct taped to a lamppost with "thief" written on his forehead on June 13th. An allegedly stolen motorcycle was also found nearby, suggesting that the immobilized person was a thief. But this was only the beginning, as police have since discovered at least 4 other alleged thieves tied to lampposts. We have a vigilante here. This is awesome. Although most people seem convinced this crusade against alleged motorcycle thieves is the work of a single vigilante, local authorities told news reporters that this might be the work of a gang of vigilantes. Interestingly, so far the victims have not provided any clarification in that regard. So, Jalisco's Secretary of Public Security, Juan Pablo Hernandez, reported that investigations are underway to clarify the attacks and locate those involved. He also emphasized that the 5 men found so far are currently being treated as victims, adding that no one should take the law into their own hands regardless of their motives. Dude, do your fucking jobs and they won't have to do this, you stupid asshole police! You're literally spending resources that you don't have already to find these criminals, and now you're going after people who are trying to help you? You fucking retards. You fucking retards, dude. Like, don't treat these people as victims. Like, investigate these people, you know? Like, I don't know what their justice is, but innocent until proven guilty, but don't treat them as victims, you know?
No, vigilantes is a problem.
Yeah,
to keep order.
Well, you know, if you don't have order, vigilantism will happen. Because if the public cannot rely on the police, then they have nobody but themselves to rely on. You know, and then if the police are then going to turn around and spend resources attacking that very same public rather than going after the criminals that they're not going after to begin with, then what's the use of the police? Wasted tax dollars. How about we just abolish the police? You know, how about that? If they're going to waste their time not doing justice, then why are they here? Yeah. You know, no, this is stupid. You know, they should at least investigate these people tied to the
Oh, of course,
things.
I'm sure they do.
But no, they're saying they're treating them as victims, so they're not investigating them.
Well, they are a victim to some degree.
But that tells me that they're not investigating why they're there.
The problem is the police can't arrest them just because they have thief written across their forehead. I'm sure they're guilty as all get out, but the police haven't caught them.
I'm not saying arrest them. I'm saying investigate them. You know?
Okay, well, investigate them, yes.
They are a public service. They shouldn't be going after the public. They should be helping it. You know? So. What else we got here? Large amount of mystery apples washed up on North Carolina beach. And hold on a second. I'm going to do a quick scan for comments. Nothing on YouTube. Nothing on Rumble. All right.
Now, this sounds weird.
Yeah. An organization dedicated to protecting wild horses in North Carolina said several apples found on the beach had apparently fallen from a cargo ship.
Oh, that's what I was wondering.
The Corolla Wild Horse Fund said officials received a call Tuesday reporting the local beach in Corolla was littered with loose apples. The incident recalled another event from a few years ago where Dorito chips washed up on the beach. Employees and volunteers collected several bags of apples. A pair of men who regularly cleared garbage from the beach later found many more apples as well as some oranges. Okay. Huh. So, all right, beach apples and beach oranges. Famous elephant seal made annual visit to Tasmania, causing chaos. Neil the seal. That's his name, Neil the seal.
Yeah?
Yeah, right there. See it?
It's spelled like me, huh?
Yeah. Well, don't dox yourself there. An approximately 2,200-pound elephant seal is in the midst of his annual visit to Tasmania, leaving property damage and public disturbances in the wake. Well, dude, if he comes every year, then why the fuck are we just surprised that he's doing damage? Get out of his way. The 5-year-old animal, dubbed Neil the Seal by locals, has been visiting southern Tasmania towns every year since he was born, residents said. Neil has become a celebrity both locally and on social media, but local officials said this isn't exactly well behaved. Quote, at the moment, we don't have a complete understanding of the damage Neil has caused to public infrastructure, but he has obviously knocked over a number of poles and bollards, end quote, Clarence Mayor Brandon Bromley told Pulse Tasmania. So...
That's cool. Let him knock over a couple things.
You know?
What the heck?
Well, I mean, like, you know, the fact that he's been coming the past couple of years, like, you obviously know he's coming, so make way.
Yeah.
You know? British campers put up a 2-man tent in record-breaking time. Okay? Like, why are you drifting? Why are you so far away?
I don't know. Am I?
A pair of experienced campers in Britain took a Guinness World Record by erecting a 2-man tent in the time of 1 minute 4.95 seconds. Param Tana and Adam Granstrict took on the record for the fastest time to erect a 2-man tent, just under beating the previous record by just under 3 seconds. Tama said a lifetime of camping and scouting experience helped them prepare the attempt. Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
Oh. What else do we got here? Study finds giraffes may be capable of rudimentary mathematics. That's pretty cool. Now, wait a minute. If math is white supremacy, does that mean giraffes are white supremacists now? No. Researchers in Barcelona conducted experiments with 4 zoo giraffes to indicate the animals might be capable of basic quantity tracking or simple math. University of Barcelona, University of Leipzig, and Max Planck Institute for Evolutionary Anthropology researchers who published their findings in the journal Scientific Reports presented 4 giraffes from the Barcelona Zoo with 2 containers containing different amounts of carrot pieces. The researchers uncovered the containers, and the animals watched as the humans added or subtracted more carrot pieces to them. The giraffes selected the containers with more carrot pieces after an addition 68% of the time, which the researchers said exceeds the number that it could be attributed to random chance. Well, how do you figure that? Like, well, I guess over half, but I'm not sure.
Well,
like,
they are. I don't know how the math works, but there are random variables, and if it's over this, then it's more than just a random selection.
Yeah.
So they do that mathematically. I don't know how.
I want to say, it's not that giraffes know math; it's that they just know which container has more food more than half the time.
Well,
it's still a guess. It seems like to me, but maybe they do know something.
If they're watching you fill them.
Yeah. Oh. What else we got here? Lunge King dons 20-pound vest to break 2 world records. So Austin Head, who is originally from Kilgore, Texas, and now works as a fitness instructor in New York, donned a 20-pound vest and performed 71 lunges in 1 minute and 200 lunges in 3 minutes to earn a pair of Guinness World Records. So after the 1 minute, he kept going, I guess, for the 3 minutes. Let's see.
So much.
Where's here? Oh yeah, so that's him just doing the lunges with the vest. Okay. I mean, that doesn't seem all that impressive.
I didn't even know there was such a thing as a lunge.
Oh yeah, you have to lunge. I think it's part of exercising. All that stuff.
I didn't know it had a name.
Squats. So.
Squats are different.
Yeah. Oregon store suspends Yu-Gi-Oh tournaments due to hygiene concerns. This is kind of self-explanatory. These nerds and geeks, and they don't take showers. An Oregon game store announced it is suspending Yu-Gi-Oh card game tournaments for 1 week due to complaints about about the hygiene of attendees. Chronos Games and Gifts in Beaverton posted an announcement on its Discord server confirming no Yu-Gi-Oh events will be held for 1 week. Attention at Yu-Gi-Oh! We regret to inform you that there will be a 1 week suspension on our local events. We have had issues with people mistreating the restrooms and multiple bad reviews because of poor hygiene. As a reminder, we encourage players to follow Konami guidelines and report anyone who does not, end quote, the announcement reads. Well, you're just giving all these disgusting people... Yeah, no, that's what they are. They're slobs. All these trading card game people, all these nerds, all these geeks, these Warhammer 40k, dwellers, they need to get out, touch some grass, and get a life. They really do. You
collected cards as a kid.
I did, and then I grew up.
Yeah, true.
So I still have the cards. I wish I still had my Pokemon cards, but
Why don't you?
Because I think I gave them to one of my former fiancés.
Oh, that was...
So, I also
didn't even know you did that.
Well, I did a lot of stupid things in the past, like getting engaged.
They probably sold them.
Oh, no, she probably threw them away knowing her. Anyway, 10 people run half marathon in caterpillar costume, chase world record. A British running club's 10 members donned a caterpillar costume together to attempt a Guinness World Record at half marathon. The Tutbury Running Club took on the half marathon in Derby on Sunday while wearing a 60-foot caterpillar costume made from sections of children's play tunnels. Oh, okay, so those little tunnels. You can also use those in a dog show.
Yeah.
And all that stuff. Running club member Craig Robinson said the members were unable to practice together before the race. The team finished with a time of 2 hours, 8 minutes, and 51 seconds. They have applied to Guinness World Records for the title of fastest half marathon in a 10-person costume, category not currently listed on the record-keeping organization's website. So now they're waiting for them if they're going to open up that entire category, and then I'd love to be part of breaking a record at some point. Maybe doing a history show every day for a year is its own record. Maybe I should apply. Well, then again, with Guinness, you have to pay them like $250,000 or something to verify. They're such a scam. What else we got? Connecticut truck crash covers road and Michelob Ultra. Yikes. Connecticut State Police thank drivers for their patience while crews work to clear the scene of a spill involving a semi-truck and a large amount of beer. The CSP's Troop B in North Canaan said on social media that troopers responded about 5:39 a.m. Monday when a commercial tractor-trailer veered off the roadway and overturned on Route 54 near Twin Lakes Road in Salisbury, causing it to spill its load of beer onto the roadway. And here's my honest reaction. All that poor wasted beer. So, what else do we got here? California elephant seal's unusual purple coloration caused by algae.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's what this lump of chewing gum looked like on my thumbnail for today's episode. Experts at a California state park. Oh, that's California, so it's pink. That means it has to be gay or homosexual. Said a seal spotted with a mysterious purple hue got its unusual coloration from algae. No, it's just a pride seal. Don't worry about it. The elephant seal was seen recently at Año Nuevo State Park's Blight Beach with a coloration that park officials said looked like it took a bath in grape juice. Park officials said theories about the cause of the seal's unusual hue included a diet of purple sea urchins and possible internal bleeding, but seal experts revealed the true cause was algae.
Oh, good.
Okay.
Of course, it happened in June.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's a pride seal. Like, you know.
I'm glad it's not internal bleeding.
Yeah.
Holy cow,
Yeah.
that'd be awful.
Well, I mean, it is a pride seal. It might have some internal bleeding somewhere. So. Nearly 100 monkeys escaped enclosure in Thailand. That sounds not good. Officials confirmed the monkeys escaped Tuesday morning from the Lapuri Municipality Animal Nursery in Pho Cao Ton Subdistrict, Muanang Lapuri District, while staff managed to keep more than 1,000 other primates from following their lead. Holy shit. Wow. So it could have been much worse.
Yeah.
I mean, it's already horrible, but it could have been much worse. The municipality, which is famous for its annual Monkey Buffet Festival, that sounds horrible, was formerly home to a large number of free-roaming long-tailed macaques, but the Department of National Parks, Wildlife, and Plant Conservation handed down orders from 2024 for about 2,500 of the animals to be rounded up and put into large enclosures. The decision came after multiple incidents of monkeys becoming violent in the search of food. And now they're out there searching for food free. Yikes.
And pissed.
Yeah. Fugitive tortoise found trying to cross highway. Now, what makes it a fugitive? Like, you know, did it commit a crime? Like, you know, like
maybe it was in the zoo at one time.
Yeah. Well, you know, zoos are just prisons for animals. So yeah, an officer in Huntingdonshire, England, engaged in a contender for the world's slowest-paced foot chase when she spotted an escaped tortoise trying to cross a road. Policing Huntingdonshire said on social media that police constable Charlie Brett was driving on the B1040 near Ramsey about 8:30 in the morning when she spotted the shell jaywalker. Quote, I spotted something moving in the opposite carriageway, and after a few takes, I saw a tortoise trying to cross. In sheer panic that he would get crushed, I blocked the road, ran and grabbed him, and put him in the front foot while riding shotgun. The driver behind me was laughing. Huh. Okay. And last but not least, Colorado man opens truck door, finds bear in the passenger seat. What? Like,
Great.
Hold on a second. Like, this reminds me of bear in my oatmeal. Like, that reminds me of this really quick. Like, hold on a second. Let me just play this.
Oh my God, there's a bear in my oatmeal!
How do you not notice a bear in your truck? So let's look this up here really quick. Just watch this video
What, are
here.
you sleeping or something?
How did he get
A man
in?
in Steamboat Springs was very surprised on Wednesday when he opened the door to his truck and found a bear inside. So it's looking like a yearling. Andy Kerrigan told our friends at Steamboat Radio it snuck in through an open window and then just went to town in the front seat. And you can see Andy trying a couple of different techniques to scare it off. Eventually, he picks up a piece of wood and uses it to shoo bear. Shoo. Andy's better than me because I just
bear.
would
Oh, you got it out.
my heart at that point. There's
Wow. Oh. Now, I want to close out this show, you know, with something special here. And I'm going to do this for the history show later, but I'm going to do my normal outro right now. That'll conclude the show. Once again, please check the underbar of the description for any links that you may find interesting, including but not limited to all things Omni Coalition. For your dose of different, odd, and unusual news, aka notable events, weather, and sports, at EWS, we stream every Saturday at 3 p.m. Pacific Time, 4 Mountain, 5 Central, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We do have other shows for history and news, movie reactions and reviews, video memes on the kitchen, and everything else between on well, not talk show anymore, but we have IOYO coming up tomorrow.
That's right.
Oh, yeah. And then in about an hour and 26 minutes, we have the history show and everything. And that's going to be a doozy. You know, not as big as the first, but, you know, approaching that. Anyway, for all of you and all of us, I'm Xander.
Golden Loon.
And what's put 4th of July in the comment section. Let us know that you're still watching and everything. And until you catch us next time, whenever that is, wherever that is, don't forget to look right and left at every intersection, rate 5 thumbs, and subscribe. Until next time, toodles, but stay, watch this. Just going to play this here really quick. That's 225. This is 239. So I'm just going to play this for a little bit.
Take us out.
Yes.